Gotham pulsed like a dying heartbeat under a blood-red sky. The sirens wailed in the distance, a constant reminder that this city never slept peacefully. And tonight, it was worse. Somewhere in the maze of crumbling concrete and glinting glass, a bomb ticked away, silent, unseen, merciless. Batman stood over the handcuffed form of the Joker in the alley behind a shattered warehouse near the East End. Rain slithered down his cowl in rivulets, steam rising from the sewer grates carrying the acrid stench of ozone and chaos. The Joker grinned up at him, teeth red with the faintest smear of blood. Not his own. "You look tense, Bats. Have you considered yoga or a nice chamomile?" Batman said nothing. His gloved fist clenched. The Joker laughed again, tossing his head back, his green hair slick with rain and sweat. "You're running out of time," Batman growled. "Tell me where the bomb is." "Oh, I could," the Joker purred. "But then what fun would that be?" Batman's jaw tightened. This wasn't working. No torture would crack him. Not because Batman wouldn't go that far, but because the Joker was beyond pain, beyond fear, beyond anything normal interrogation techniques could touch. Then, a screech, a crash. Batman turned, his cape swaying. With him, an ice cream truck, its cartoon penguin mascot now fractured and bleeding coolant, had crashed into a light post during the earlier chase. The back was blown open, a rainbow-colored tide of frozen confections melting into the gutter, a twisted absurdity amid the tension. But Batman's eyes narrowed. Something about it clicked, something different. He stalked to the ruined truck. The vendor, a teenager with a broken arm, was moaning on the sidewalk, but conscious. Batman pressed $200 bills into his uninjured hand. "2 cones," he said. "Now," the kid stared, slack-jawed. "Wah." "Vanilla. And the wildest thing you've got." Minutes later, Batman crouched beside the Joker again, holding out 2 cones. "Care for a scoop?" he said evenly. The Joker blinked. "You're joking?" Batman didn't respond. He sat on a broken crate, peeled off his cowl just enough to eat, and took a bite of plain vanilla, unflinchingly. "You're seriously joking," the Joker murmured, eyes dancing with something halfway between confusion and glee. Batman offered. Him the second cone, a leaning tower of chaos. 6 flavors, chocolate sprinkles, gummy bears, rainbow dust, and an upside-down lollipop sticking out of the top like a bizarre flag. The Joker stared, then, slowly, he took it. "Bold move," he whispered, "using sugar as a weapon." "I'm improvising," Batman said. For a moment there was only the sound of dripping rain and melting ice cream. The Joker licked. Tutti frutti. No, people always overlook it, but it has this oddly nostalgic note, like bad decisions in childhood. Batman took another bite of his own. "Vanilla's cleaner, pure, no distractions," the Joker snorted. "Of course it is. You would like a flavor that tastes like suppressed trauma." They sat like that, 2 titans of opposing ideologies eating ice cream in the rubble of a burning world. The Joker spoke again, idly twirling the cone in his cuffed hands. "You know the trick with sprinkles?" "No. You can't just throw them on. You have to press them in. Otherwise they fall off like promises in a politician's speech." "Sprinkles are unnecessary," Batman replied. "Oh, but unnecessary things make life interesting," Joker said, voice lifting. "Without unnecessary things, we're just meat machines waiting to die." He took a slow, exaggerated lick of bubblegum scoop. This tastes like disappointment and nostalgia." Batman didn't respond. He was watching closely, every twitch, every phrase. The Joker's tongue loosened when he was amused, and this absurdity was distracting him in just the right way. "You know, I had a dog once," the Joker said suddenly, still licking. "Ugly thing, looked like a burnt mop. Named him Skittles." Batman. didn't bite at the tangent. He stayed silent. The Joker continued. Skittles had this thing for ticking. Anything that ticked, clocks, kitchen timers, metronomes, he'd attack. Just launch himself at them, he chuckled. He bit a time bomb once, took out half a butcher shop, sausages everywhere. Batman filed it away. Time, butcher, tick. Why? Tell me that? He asked. Maybe I'm reminiscing, the Joker said innocently. Or maybe I'm just laying a breadcrumb trail. Batman didn't blink. You want to lose? The Joker stiffened. You're not afraid to die? Batman continued. But you're afraid I'll beat you at your own game. Silence. The Joker took a shaky bite. This scoop is melting faster than I expected. You're slipping, Batman said. Telling stories, getting sentimental. Pfft, Joker smirked. This isn't sentiment. This is banter. It's foreplay. Batman stood slowly, pacing now. The clock in his ear blinked. 13 minutes. Where did Skittles die? The Joker's grin froze. What? You said he bit a time bomb. Where? Oh, just an old butcher shop in Chinatown. It's probably condos now. Time marches on. Batman's eyes narrowed. Chinatown. Butcher. Time. Sausages. Sloppy, Batman said. Joker tilted his head. What? You said the bomb was nowhere. I'd think to look, but you keep steering the conversation toward it. He turned abruptly, speaking into the calm. Chinatown. Old butcher's block near Canby Street. Send bomb squad. 12-minute window. Roger that, Oracle's voice crackled in his ear. The Joker's lip twitched. Well, that's no fun. Ice cream, Batman said quietly, can be very revealing. They waited. The Joker's manic energy dimmed just a touch. For the first time, he wasn't smiling. Minutes later, Oracle's voice came through again. Bomb. Disarmed! You did it! Batman exhaled just once. The Joker hurled his ice cream cone against the wall, where it splattered like clown-colored brains. Damn it! He roared, lunging forward despite the cuffs. You played me! With sugar! That's sacrilege! Batman stood, replacing his cowl. Composed. I adapted. The Joker laughed again, breathless, wild, cracked. But there was a glimmer behind his fury, something curious, something admiring. You sick, cunning bastard. You used my weakness for nonsense, weaponized whimsy. That's my move. Batman stepped forward, lowering his voice. You were never in control, Joker. You just talk louder than the truth. The Joker slumped, giggling into the damp night. You know, next time, I'm rigging the sprinkles. Back in the Batcave, the storm echoed against the roof like distant applause. Alfred handed Batman a towel and a cup of strong tea. Eventful night, I presume? The butler said dryly. Batman didn't answer immediately. He stared at the monitor, replaying surveillance footage of the Joker licking his cone, ranting about, Sprinkles! I need to rethink my strategies, Batman muttered. Alfred raised a brow. I take it brute force was ineffective? Batman nodded. It took flavor to reach him. Alfred smirked faintly. So, you turned to frozen desserts? Batman opened a secure refrigeration panel in the cave, usually reserved for chemical samples and biohazardous materials. He placed a single pint of Tutti Frutti inside. I might need it again, he said. He paused, then looked at Alfred. Do we have any sprinkles? Alfred blinked. Sir? For research. A long silence. Then the old man nodded. I'll see what I can procure. As the Bat computer hummed behind him and the city beyond breathed its toxic air anew, Batman stared at the pint, in silence. He didn't smile. He didn't speak. But somewhere, deep in the recesses of his scarred mind, he was debating the philosophical implications of gummy bears, and perhaps wondering, not for the first time, whether madness was catching.